Hey, it's me, Mr. Jason. Now, before we get into our video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button as well as that notification bell so that you know whenever we upload. Also, don't forget to comment down below a book that you would like for us to read together. I love requests, and when I get requests, that lets me know that you're out there listening and watching, and we love that here at Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And don't forget, keep reading. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world. My name is Mr. Jason, and today I have a read aloud for you. Welcome back to another episode of Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. First and foremost, I want to say Happy New Year to each and every one of you out there. All the watchers, all the listeners, all the sharers. Thank you again for all of your support. Without you, we can't make this thing happen. And I hope that you stick around this year because we plan on having a tremendous year of reading. So we hope that you're here to join us. Now, if you haven't been keeping up, we've been reading Rookie Read About Science books, and we've been through several of them thus far. Titles such as Will It Float or Sink? Words by Melissa Stewart. What is Matter? Words by Don L. Curry. Solids, Liquids, and Gases. Words by Ginger Garrett. It Could Still Be Water. Words by Alan Fowler. A Good Night's Sleep. Also words by Alan Fowler. The Moon by Carmen Bredesen. And last but not least, What Do You See in a Cloud? Words also by Alan Fowler. This week, we're going to talk about some things that are a little bit closer to Earth, so much so that they're pretty much connected to it. Do you know what it is? Take a guess. We're talking about trees. This week's book is entitled It Could Still Be a Tree. Words by Alan Fowler. What do you know about trees? Well, just like last week, I got a few questions for you to think about and look for as we read today. Like this one. Is a tree a living thing? Or how about this? What are some things that grow on trees? And our last one. How can trees stay rooted to the ground in strong, strong winds? Well, as we read today, I want you to think about those things and be on the lookout for them because you never know, the answer might be right in front of you. With all of our Rookie Read About stories, there's always words you know. And those words today are leaves, branches, bark, roots, trunk, maple, evergreen, cypress, cherry tree, Joshua tree, redwood, apple tree, and bonsai. As we go through our story today, all these words will be underlined with the blue line, so you know exactly what to look for. You can pause the story and write them down if you need to. As we read our story, keep those eyes open for the sight words that you see here on our list. Also, for the parents and the teachers that are watching, here are a few key developmental indicators this particular story teaches. Now, without any further ado, let's get into our story. It Could Still Be a Tree. Words by Alan Fowler in Read Alouds with Mr. Jason. It Could Still Be a Tree. Words by Alan Fowler. How do you know it's a tree? If it has a trunk of wood covered with bark. If green leaves grow from its branches. If it sends roots down into the earth and it grows, it's a tree. It's a living thing. But what if its leaves aren't always green? It could still be a tree, like this maple. When fall comes, its leaves turn red. What if its branches are sometimes bare? It could still be a tree. In winter, some trees lose their leaves. In spring, the leaves grow back again. What if it stays green all winter? It could still be a tree, like an evergreen. What if it's covered with pretty flowers? It could still be a tree, like a cherry tree. A tree can grow in a place that's cold or in a place that's warm. A tree can grow in the dry desert, like a Joshua tree, or in water, like a cypress. It's still a tree. A tree can be as tall as a redwood, or as tiny as a bonsai. A tree can give you a shady place to sit, or good things to eat, like apples or chestnuts, or acorns from oak trees. Who eats acorns? Squirrels eat them. A tree can be a home for a family of birds. So if you ever plant a tree, you can say you built a home. Well, did you learn something new about trees today? Like always, I know I did. Let's get into those questions that I read to you at the beginning of our story. Is a tree a living thing? Yes, good job. A tree is a living thing. If you plant the seed and it begins to grow and it continues to grow, that is a telltale sign of a living thing. What are some things that grow on trees? Well, if you were paying attention, they talked about leaves, apples, acorns, and chestnuts. Did I forget anything? Last but not least, how can trees stay rooted to the ground in strong winds? Well, the answer is in the question. The roots. The roots are what allow the tree to stay grounded at all times. Now, you may not realize it, but the roots from a tree go deep underground, which pretty much makes it immovable. Well, I hope that you learned something new. I did, and I'm pretty sure your mom and dad did too. While you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Keep sharing with your friends and family. The more you share, the better we do, and the more stories we'll have for you. Now, with that being said, thank you again for joining me. I can't wait to read again with you soon. And don't forget, keep reading.